Good afternoon, fellow adventurers. So here we are at John's Dungeon Corner at the Collective in sunny Altamont Springs, Florida, where it is 77 degrees Fahrenheit. Ooh, that's nice and warm compared to the rest of the country. Don't hate us. Just don't be hating. It's Florida after all. Anyway, boy. As you can tell today, we are going to talk about something that I just love. Other than dice, of course. No, we're going to talk about dice too. Listen up. The Collective has got these wonderful dice. Look at that. Hey, Sarah, how are you? You're the first one on today. For that, your character gets 100 extra gold pieces. How's that sound? Hi, nobody else knows about it except for you. But look at that blue die right there. Jason, how you doing? Blue die. These are all metallics now. This is a nice copper one. Ooh, very nice. Very brass looking, I think, more than anything. Okay. Jason, you came in just on time. I'm gonna give everybody a chance to come on. Hey, William, how are you? Good to see you. 42 degrees. Yeah, it's a little warmer here. Oh, man, but hey, have I got something today? Jason, I was thinking about you when I saw these, actually. I'm going to need a bigger coin purse. Yeah, you are. You need one of the things called a bag of holding. All right, so look at this. Warlock Tiles has come out with a whole new set of tiles for Dungeons and Dragons for any game. Actually, Jason, I was thinking about you because this would be a really interesting diorama for you to set up, either in your case or on top of your case. Just a thought. These are the Cavern Sets. And just like the other three, okay, right behind me, they came out with the dungeon, which was the dungeon tiles right here. Then they came out with the town and village. Actually, these two launched at about the same time. And then they came out with the town square. So they've been steadily building up on it. They have the walls. Then they came out with the 1-inch walls where you really get a really nice feel for the game. And it kind of hides your characters. It's really neat. So you really can't see over the wall. It's actually really cool for certain encounters. But now, and I've been waiting for this for a while, they came out with the Cavern Set. This is the base set right here. Right here. On my left, your right. And it is amazing. Okay, I'm gonna give you a close-up of it. Look at that bad boy. That's what you can build with it. It is gorgeous. I love it. Actually, the 3 tile sets that you see in front of you are mine. That's right. These belong to me. I'm not gonna open them because it's just a bunch of tiles that I'd have to have time to build. But you've seen how the dungeon tile sets work. These are actually a little easier. These just kind of slide together. And they're set up. And the neat thing about them is you've got all kinds of different low man's rest. It's just a bunch of different corner pieces. And you can see there's about, what is it? There is about, let me look at it real quick. 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 38, 40, 42, 46, 50, 62, 62, 70, 80. There's 87 pieces in here. Okay, with which to build. And that's just a base set. Okay, that's just your base set. And then they came out with the expansion, which I think is awesome. So you've got caverns, and then, as a friend of mine said, we have a science quiz. We actually get to learn science. It is actually called the Stalactite and Stalagmite Set. So which one grows from the ceiling and which one grows from the floor? Aha, this will help you learn that. And it's a great visual. So this set here is an expansion that has, well, stalactites and stalagmites. And it also has a cool little bridge on it. And you can elevate the tiles up. It's got an archway. I mean, it is an amazing piece. Look at that. I really like this set. There you go. And, they've come out with a lot of sets, but they've come out with things to help out. Like they had the kitchen set that came out, the town guard set for the square. They came out with all these accessories, but this is like its own set. And it's a cavern set, which is really neat. So, Jason, what you got to say there? That's a freaky cool. They are. These are really cool. They will definitely, and like I said, I've already thought of, I was thinking about you and a couple other people because you can set up dioramas with them, with the miniatures that you have in that, and just kind of let it on display. And every once in a while, when you dust it off and stuff, you can change the scenery and move it around. Then let me talk about the third one. This is really cool. These are called the dripstone bridges. This is another accessory. Look at that. It's got arches. These are a bridge. I'll show you what it looks like when I'll flip it over so you can see it. Look at that. Isn't that the neatest? So all together, here, let me spin these around so you can kind of see the back pieces of how they're set up. So all together, you can set up. Oh, and by the way, this one, the base set, comes with a really cool bridge that you can put across there. Now remember, this is just an example of what you can do. You can set this up. The neat thing is you can set this up in so many different ways. I'm probably going to buy 2 sets of the base set just because, I mean, hey, I love being able to expand my things and build them up, build them down, make them wider, thinner, longer. I actually own 4 sets of the dungeon tiles, 2 sets of the town and village. I have not gotten the town square yet, simply because I ran out of space, and now here comes the cavern set. So I'm horrible like that, but I love it. You know, these go right back into the boxes. So the way you see them, you can put them right back in the boxes. They store really easy. I mean, look at this. That's how much space those 3 boxes take up somewhere. All right. And I actually have 6. I have 4, 6. I have 6 of these already there. So, oh no, I froze it. I gotta quit. I gotta move slower like this. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, but no, really, these are so awesome. All right, look at that. They are amazing. The diorama, Jason, I'm telling you, the diorama that you can build with this is out of control, bro. If you've got miniatures, people just collect the miniatures. Sometimes they just get the big miniatures. They set them up for little scenes and stuff like that. They play with them and they kind of put them on the shelf to display them. This would be an awesome way to display some of those really cool miniatures, like beholders, dragons. Don't forget the giants, the ogres, and bears. Oh my. Now, it'd be a lot of fun. There's a lot of things that you can display there. Oh, hello, love. How are you? My wife comes on as much as she can. It's great.
Brendan thought you were talking to him.
Oh, yes. Brendan, you too. You too, love. Brendan is great. These guys have been changing the store around in that. Talking about the store. Hey, there is a lot of cool stuff that's not D&D that has been coming in. You guys are missing out. There's a new game called...
We just got in Citadel.
Well, take that off. Take that mask off and come over here. All right. Here we go. A guest appearance.
Hello all.
Introduce yourself.
I'm Curran. I'm helping out Brendan for a while. I'm Brendan's consigliere. Is that how?
Consigliere, yes. Consigliere.
The collective as consigliere.
Yeah. So anyway, thanks for all your feedback, guys. As John keeps noticing, a lot of the new tabletop games we've been restocking. We say new because, as you've noticed in the last 2 years, there has been. I moved too quick too. There has been a lot of shipping shortages because of the pandemic, etc. So we're excited. Sometimes we got was a Red Tavern Inn back in all day.
Oh, I told him about that. That's so awesome.
Last week we just got Citadels in, and the updated version comes with all the expansion pieces. So come in any Thursday and demo those games with us. We're trying to get John to come in.
Yeah, I'm gonna sneak in it when no one's looking. You know. Well, thank you. All right, round of applause. See, that's cool having these guest appearances. But yeah, that looks like a really cool game. And like he said, it's all in one now, so it's all in one box. How many players? 4?
2 to 8.
2 to 8.
Very flexible.
8. Wow, that's really cool. So there you go. A quick little board game you can have, and the gist of it is basically you try to build a kingdom. And there you go. I mean, how much more D&D-ish can you get out of a board game, right? Build your own kingdom, inhabit it with dragons and dungeons, and send player adventurers out to die. I mean, to adventure. Good grief. That's a DM part of me. But no, seriously. So I love the Warlock Tiles. And I'll tell you what the cool thing about this is. We did this for the one game day. You can set this up to where you start out in the tavern. So you build the tavern out of the Warlock Tiles town and village, right? And then you send them out into the square to talk to some of the merchants and that, because there's a real cool with the town square, there's a couple of accessories. That there's the merchant setup, the town guard setup that you can set out there. Okay, so this all works together. Then you can actually, what I did is a sewer tile. Now, actually, you can actually see it. Here we go. You can actually see it. This is what the town square looks like, right there in the bottom. Well, over here. So you can see those little grates, right? So those grates lead down to the sewer. So that sewer, you can have a little line, and it leads to the dungeon. Okay? So you build a dungeon. A nice little dungeon out of these, okay? With corridors and doors and monsters, oh my. And then, okay, what? And then, and by the way, there's dungeon dressings for this that are really cool. There's chests and tables and an alchemist table and a wizard's. I think there's a wizard laboratory. There's summoning circles that you can use. That's the way we built it out here. And then the cool part is, oh my, yes. And then the cool part is that now with the Cavern Set, you can take the sewer that runs into a dungeon, and then you can have like you can build like a little passageway that leads to the caverns. Okay, and that is really cool. That is really cool. So that is an amazing setup that they have. I love it. I think it's very cool. It all works well together. It all works well together. I'm very excited about it. Of course, don't forget the base books, the Dungeon Master's Guide, the Monster Manuals, and the Player's Handbook. We got very cool dice. I love this die. This is an iridescent die. I'm going to bring this one a little closer because this is just one of those dice that you look at and are just really neat. Look at that. You get different colors out of it. I mean, it kind of looks the same on the camera, but here you can see like a purple and a blue and a red. It's just an amazing die. And they're really cool and heavy, you know? Someone breaks in, you hit them with a 100-sided die 100% of the time. Here's the blue. That's a gorgeous blue. And like I said, here's the brass one. It's a brass copper kind of look. Really nice. They're nice and heavy. I really like that. And of course, dice. And I've done a lot of shows talking about dice, this, that, the other. But I think that's really neat because, you know, some of us collect the dice like obsessively. There's never enough dice. I'm gonna tell you can never have enough dice. You can't. I don't care what anybody says. If the D20 is not rolling, an 18 is good though, so that one will survive. And it's purple, so you know I have nothing but purple dice to roll, so that's cool. Except as a Dungeon Master, but you guys have seen that. But we're talking about tiles. I keep getting off on dice. Just love dice. So there's a lot of neat items, tons of miniatures that have come in. Okay, I'm not talking about the miniatures today. I'm not going to bring them out here because there's a whole wall of them out there that you can add to any of these sets to make them come to life. And once again, remember, these are all accessories. I just like letting you know about everything that comes out new. It's here. They carry a lot of other tile sets. They have the tile sets that are just the boards. They have the fold-out maps that I've talked about. There's a lot of neat things that accessorize your game to make it more 3D, okay? But just as easily, you just open up the book, have your character sheet in front of you, and just play. Because that's the way it all started out. All this just makes the game that much more aesthetically appealing, all right? And plus, I love moving miniatures around and sneaking them around the corner and just, you know, dropping a beholder in every once in a while. Not yet, but soon. Not yet, but soon. I might have one visit just for fun, just to see the reaction of the players. Nothing like a beholder to liven up the party. Oh my gosh. So, you know what? I wanted to tell you guys. I promised you guys an email address that you guys could use to get a hold of me. And it's called johnsdc2021@gmail.com. Hold on, I'm gonna write that down real quick on one of these placards. Yes, that's what I'm gonna do. Once I find something to write with on one of these placards. Oh, here we go. Ta-da! Is this dry erase? It sure is. Okay. So here we go. Hey, bud. Not much. I was calling you. I'll call you back. I'm doing my show. No, I'm still doing it. That's my son calling in. Yeah. I'm passing on my my email, Addy, for the Don's Dungeon Corner. Isn't that cool? That's the best part about this show. You can take phone calls. Yeah. We're talking about the Cavern Set today. Yeah, I'll call you back when I'm done. All right. So there it is. All right, bud. Faith. All right, so here we go. There it is. Ta-da, John's. Oh, you can't even see it. My gosh. What is going on here? Well, I need a better color. It's in purple. But this is it right here. It's John's DC, which stands for Dungeon Corner, 2021 at gmail.com. If you go back and you look at the show, you'll be able to see it. There it is, John's DC 2021 at gmail.com. I actually got it last year, and I passed it on, and a couple of people asked me about it, and then I'm like, I should have this on a little placard. But you can't really see that one. It's kind of disappointing. But anyway, that's it. John's DC 2021 at gmail.com. And anytime that you have a question or you want to know about a product or you just want me to talk about something in particular on the show, then, oh, good look, grief. I froze again. Okay, there it goes. I got to move a little slower. I'm moving too fast for the camera. They're working on that, so not to worry. But that's all I got for you folks today. It was good stuff, though. Oh, and by the way, just to remind everybody, the 47 Furious Tales will be coming out here next month, I believe, isn't it, William? We're going to be seeing the new comic book come out. So, I'm going to talk about that as soon as it comes out. Just as soon as it comes out. And if you haven't picked up Reign of Ages, you need to. I always like to talk about those because they're fun, really neat. Like I said, the collective has all kinds of things that are related. There's actually a Dungeons and Dragons comic book, in case you didn't know. Reign of Ages is it's a fantasy-based adventuring group that's really cool. 47 Furious Tales, I've told you all about that, so I'm not going to get into that. But the new Cavern pieces are out. What you're looking at is what I'm going to get today because, well, I just love these Warlock Tiles. They are amazing. And you can just never have enough of them. Anyway, so with all that being said, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the show. And as always, may the roll rise up to meet your feet and may all your adventures be successful. This is John from John's Dungeon Corner at the Collective in Altamont Springs, Florida, where it's sunny and 77 degrees, telling you, see you next week.